I'll be the order. We have approval of tonight's agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of the minutes from the September 15th, 2025 regular meeting.
Yes, motion to approve those minutes.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of the minutes from the September 22nd special meeting.
Make the motion to approve those minutes.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, moving on to old business here tonight. Town ordinance 2025-06, an ordinance establishing update and schedule of fees imposed by the town. Imposed by the.
So, town ordinance, an ordinance establishing and updating the schedule of fees imposed by the Incorporated Town of North Judson, ordinance number 2025-06. We can serve as the introduction to this ordinance this evening, as you'll see a notice of public hearing on the proposed updates to the schedule of fees has been publicized. And at the October 20th meeting, that will be in the leader coming up on Thursday. So ordinance 2025-06 will be considered for adoption thereafter at the first after we hold the public hearing. And our timeline is then adoption with a notification in the newspaper by the end of October. And 30 days, I think, is actually October 30th. And by December 1st, that will be our 30 days of publication. We'll have to do this again. And then we'll go into effect 30 days after that, October 30th publication on the Thursday, last Thursday of the month. So that's our timeline for that. And it has been so introduced.
Thank you. Moving on, 2025 conference plan update, hearing committee update.
Yeah. There's our cohorts from here.
Emily, are here tonight.
Yep. So welcome.
Right.
Turn it over to you guys.
Okay, perfect. I'm Emily Allball with the Cape Iroquois Regional Planning Commission, and with me is Edwin Buswell, our executive director. And we are working with the town to update their comprehensive plan, looking specifically at a few different target areas that have kind of some unmet needs from the previous comprehensive plan. So tonight we're here, we did an online survey. Surveys were also made available here at Town Hall. You guys had a fabulous response rate. You had 147 responses, which is great for a community of your size. Overall, the comments were very good. Everyone really enjoys what's been done downtown. Obviously, they see some additional improvements that are necessary. But some of the things that we did see within this survey data is some of those areas that we're already wanting to focus on. You know, the combination of housing, you know, looking at additional single family residences, looking at possibly some additional apartments and infill development. So it is meeting what the public is seeing, what they would like to see for the community for the next 5-10 years. It is lining up with what we have already discussed. You know, they would like to see continued improvements on the roads and the sidewalks, things like that, better access, better accessible ingress to those sidewalks. They love what's been done at Norway Field, but they would like to see some additional park improvements. And looking at maybe some smaller pocket parks and some other enhancements like that. So we wanted to kind of bring this to you tonight. It's a lot of information. I think there's about 26 pages total of survey results. So we just kind of wanted to bring it to you so that you would have this on your own record. But you could also kind of see when we start further developing those goals and objectives of that plan that they are lining up with what your community is suggesting. Again, we are still working toward a draft and basically a full plan by the end of the month. We are still right on schedule to do that. So yeah, we wanted to bring this to you guys tonight. So you can have an opportunity to kind of take a look at it. And, if you have any questions, we're here to answer those questions. Yeah.
The chart there on like the front page, see the 147 responses. Obviously, I'm confused about something because the numbers, I don't think are lining up. Is that number at the very top, let's just say the 92 family friends? Is that, or is there multiple people answered multiple times?
So it would be 92 responded family and friends, and then 22 responded employment, 46 affordable housing, and so on and so forth.
Gotcha, but that's more than 147.
They can choose more. than
They
one.
can select-
Yeah, I think
Right,
that
that
would
was-
select,
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think it was based on how you wanted it ordered.
I remember doing it, but I don't remember that portion of it, so.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so there's in the responses, I mean, if you look at like the open-ended questions, they really did put a lot of time and effort into it. And generally the comments were very good. Everybody wants a grocery store. That was over and over and over again. But like we said, you know, we want you to be able to take this comprehensive plan and be able to implement some of these strategies. So we're looking at what some other communities have done. Maybe it's a solution to that lack of a grocery opportunity. So getting creative. So we're excited to be able to kind of put some things and some case studies to play for you guys. So any other questions?
So by the end of October, do we need to schedule any other meetings of our steering committee coming up?
We can, yeah, we probably should for just like a draft. If we could do, let's look at that in the next week.
Yeah,
Get
to,
some dates.
yeah, to get more.
What's your schedule look like, John?
More, I guess, yeah. And ultimately, we'll
I understand.
we'll take our current plan and this will be supplemental to
Yes.
that, correct? So
Yes.
it's not like throwing one out, it's just.
No,
addition
no,
to
it's
it.
just updating some of the target areas because you guys have accomplished a lot. Since the 2019 plan. So we're just kind of coming in and updating a few of those sections where you feel like we still have some needs that are unmet. And kind of heightening that, bringing it, you know, based upon the priorities of the community, the priorities of the steering committee, and kind of bringing that to the forefront. So, yeah, lots of good information.
For sure. We appreciate the feedback.
I guess I wasn't expecting the quality of feedback, though. There's a lot
It's
of,
very good. I was very surprised because surveys, you never know what you're gonna get.
I was expecting a lot of one-word answers and stuff, but now it looks like
Yeah.
there's a lot of effort from a lot of
Yeah,
people.
there was
put into
one
it.
question that kind of threw them, and it was over your transportation network. People weren't understanding that your transportation network is like your road
Street,
and
yeah.
street.
I think it's a motor on a vehicle, yeah.
Exactly. So
Someone
some,
actually brought that up to me about how we need more transportation for seniors.
yeah, that's in here
Yeah, I read that.
a lot.
Yeah, how we need just transportation, yeah, senior.
Right. Yeah, so that was in here. So we kind of were like, you could see the people that understood the question, but
Stark County Community Services bus coming down here.
See,
I don't recall seeing it
you don't
here.
see it? Okay. I mean, that's an opportunity that we can definitely, we
I
can
think-
talk to them and.
I think it may be an advertising thing, because I know Mark Rippey and they have a van that they use to shuttle people. So I think it may be an advertising and word out there.
That's what I was gonna say. I think most people that need it probably don't know that it's.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right, that whole educational component, right? So, okay, well,
We can circle back.
Yeah.
Figure out, I know we've got a meeting on the 20th,
okay,
and if we like to do those things all in one night, that way we don't gather people other days. If it's an hour before, 45 minutes before, we can discuss that in the coming days.
well, let's
That
talk
works
about
for
that.
everybody.
Here's your reading material for.
Wow. Awesome, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Okay, we're moving on to town resolution 2025-05 excess levy appeal petition.
Yes, no real update on that. We are working with Baker Tilly on the petition resolution. I think I've got 3 out of the 6 or so pages of that completed and sent to Baker Tilly. They'll get that implemented into the petition resolution itself, and then we'll get that submitted by the 21st of this month. A lot of it's the number side where it'll be between us and Baker Tilly to get those figures. It's mostly based on our budget, so those numbers are fresh in our head right now. And we'll get that submitted to the DLGF by October 21st. And we do have after the post-budget work here will be revolving around our comprehensive financial plan, looking ahead at 2026. And at the same time, we'll need to schedule at least a start of a meeting for the redevelopment commission in order to get the 2026 spending plan put together by the end of November is the plan, to get that submitted to the DLGF as well. That's a little less formal than, of course, our regular budget, given there are no tax dollars involved with that. So more to come.
Thank you very much. We're moving on to new business. Common resolution 25-06 street establishment and naming.
A resolution renaming a street within the incorporated limits of the incorporated town of North Judson, Indiana, resolution number 2025-06. Whereas the town council for the town of North Judson, Indiana is responsible for the performance of various fiscal and executive responsibilities for the town of North Judson. Whereas the town council desires to rename a street within town as further described herein. Now therefore be it resolved by the council of the town of North Judson, Indiana, that the following resolution renaming a street within the corporate limits of the incorporated town of North Judson is hereby adopted as follows. And that section 1, the establishment, subsection 1, that resolution following described thoroughfare located at Keller Avenue and Jones Street and Main Street Central Avenue between the town water and police departments and Norway Field shall be renamed as follows. So I know we had ideas previously that would just need to be filled in with what the council selected. I know Linda brought her list that she had previously from some of the recommendations she had, so I'll leave that to the council.
Yeah, what were those? Your recommendations? Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, good ones.
We had some, had Civic Splash Lane, Station and Spring Street, Heritage Waterway, Community Commons, Fountain Court, Fountainhead Square, Municipal Drive, Keystone Way, Station Way or Square, Liberty Circle, and Town Center Lane.
That water, something.
Water tower place.
Water tower way, yes.
It was Waterway.
Easy. What were the, we narrowed it down to like 3 though, didn't we? You remember, Andrew? What do you like here? Alex, what do you think? What do you like?
Trying to think of the one that I really like.
I think.
I think whatever the water tower one was one of them you guys like. I think the municipal one was one you guys were talking about.
Drive, yeah.
I think those were like the 2 main ones you guys were talking.
Yeah.
One reason I like Water Tower Way is it's simple, people can spell it easy, and you can't miss it with Water Tower. It's so just cut and dry. But, you know,
John,
yes,
was one of them Water Tower Way?
and that's what I said.
Yeah.
So. What do you have? Opinion? Joe, what do you think?
The open dialogue here, the community commons was a good one.
Yeah, I like that.
Municipal drive was a good one. I thought.
I like municipal drive too. I just think people aren't gonna spell it.
If you say Water Tower Way, you know exactly where it's at.
I'm just trying to make.
Yeah, Water
Yeah.
Tower Way. is-
Nice.
Yeah.
You'll know exactly where it's at.
You know,
Mine's pretty boring.
I'm playing that. Right.
Thomas Drive, yeah.
Norway Drive.
Way drive, yeah,
That was another one, I think, yeah, Norway.
yeah, that's easy too.
Yeah.
Kind of like the idea of Norway because the only thing I
Yeah.
think with that address will be Norway Field, I
Mhm.
think. So Norway Field located on Norway, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know where, the bank, I don't know.
Yeah.
This is how it all around.
Yes,
and they're on
Keller.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it'll stop the library because then that's where the
Private property.
There's private through there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
platted for,
Yeah.
it's vacant as a thoroughfare. Yeah, we're up to that.
I'm okay with either way. What do you like, Joe?
The Water Tower one.
You're part of that department.
So probably right there,
Can't
or
miss it.
smoky waterway.
Smoky water. Okay. Now we'll make a motion on what would they like.
I'm good. I think water tower seems to be a consensus. Let's just go for it.
Make a motion, we name the street Water Tower Way.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Linda, a great job coming up with a lot of those ideas.
Yeah, it was awesome.
was
Thank you. If you need a motion on this, Andrew?
Yeah, so, we can, since we've already conducted the reading, we have all 5 council members here, we just need a motion to adopt. Resolution number 2025-06.
I make a motion, we adopt resolution 2025-06.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mitch and I can get it added to the inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be nice. All right, yeah. Anything else with that, Andrew?
Nope.
Okay, moving on to town resolution 2025-07.
Town resolution 2025-07 is a Title VI and ADA plan adoption. That was put on there as Mitch is here for the next 2 issues or the next 2 matters he's assisting the town with. And we'll be looking to, that'll slot into old business as we're still working on the resolution specifics. Mitch could give us a little more detail on that, but that will encompass our adoption, for future planning for our Title VI coordinator and our ADA coordinator, Joe and myself. And, that plan will be adopted. I think it's gonna take the same process as we take with the budget or with the schedule of fees, where we've got a notice in the paper for a public hearing, and then adoption over a couple meetings is my understanding of it. And we're still working on those plans. There's education components that Joe and I are still working through and looking like towards the end of the month to get those completed and have a plan ready to adopt in November. Is that what we sort of the timeline, November, December? Yeah. So we put it on there, but we decided to combine the Title VI and ADA plans together into one resolution. Exactly. So we will pick that back up.
Both of them?
Coming weeks. The next one is a separate.
No, I didn't see anything in here about that Title VI, so.
No, exactly. Yeah, that's why we had it on the agenda. And then we pulled it to, for more information and to add the ADA component to that resolution.
So what we've done is we've got an extension for the Title VI. That way we're still in compliance for CC&G grants and everything that we
We
want to
signed
do
that
for.
voluntary compliance action plan last meeting,
Yeah.
and so you've got 90 days, so we've got till the end of the year to get these plans submitted, so
Very good.
get them done, get them right, and get it all taken care of in one big.
Okay, big boat.
Good.
Okay, we'll move on then to Mitch Hansel, USI Consultants for the fiscal year 2026 CCMG financial commitment letter.
Yep, so CCNG's changed a little bit, but they've only got one call a year now. And this is the call for next year's meeting. So the town is gonna do Central Avenue from Jones Street to Lane Street. We're gonna do what's called a keep seal. It's a 1/4-inch chip seal and then a microsurface over the top of it. And it should help with that reflected cracking from that first coat underneath.
Say the road again.
Central Avenue,
Central, yeah.
Jones to Lane.
Jones to Lane, so right here.
It's something new that we haven't tried before. Obviously, next year is a maintenance year for us, so we're looking for those smaller projects. So this falls right into it, and then, it gives us a way to try it out. If the Cape Seal actually works out for us, then we know we've got some other options with some other streets around town that'll be less expensive than, a complete mill and resurface.
I remember us talking about.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why we chose that street? Just curious.
It's the brick underneath.
So that's the reason.
Mhm.
Yeah, that one's pretty spidered out and losing chunks, and
As opposed to being able to repay. Correct. And this is also something will probably be looking at for the next couple of years, given our MPH cost. capital asset projections that we're going to be doing the sidewalk projects. And this may be a route to still do work and maintain streets without having the cost in the hundreds of thousands for us, while we have those projects going on.
I think it's great. Yeah, it goes.
$25,000 project, the CCME changed, so now the match is 20% rather than 25%. So town portion's only $5,000 for this project.
You're right, so they have the letter.
Yep.
Should be from John.
Yeah.
It's in our package too.
Motion to move forward with this. Make a motion, we move forward with the PCMG project.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hope I'll get that uploaded this week.
Anything, you got first time that sheet?
Let's see, I've got Title VI.
Got the 88, I've got the CCMG, so.
Sidewalks,
So sidewalk, yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up too, Joe and I. did get
So,
that.
we have gotten other communities 90-10 funding for sidewalk. And that is not considering sidewalk safety projects. They're keeping kids and people on the streets and actually on the sidewalk. So, yeah, that is something the town is interested in. There's a federal aid call here coming up in November 1st. Those is December.
aside from what we've already got on the books.
This is.
Here's the thought process. We had already looked to devise a sidewalk matching. Property owners, people who have established sidewalks to redo those. This would allow us, and maybe the future is better than now, of course, but allow us to do that with, whereas it would have been 50-50. We interview contractors, select a contractor. This at a 90-10 cost, of course, that's far less than just us 50-50 with somebody. And we don't even know if 50-50 was going to be attractive enough for some property owners that maybe, who's got 5-10 grand to shell it to match that.
So this is not just new, this is fair. Support
You've been doing 80-20.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's our,
For the last project,
for new side.
but this is for new sidewalk. I mean, this is for replacing.
That's what I was
existing
asking.
or-
Is it just replacement or,
This is rehabbing and making.
everything? Both.
Mhm.
That makes it more lucrative.
the only thing is, obviously like with our federal sidewalk projects we've got going on. We're not gonna see that turnaround in 2-3 years, these are 5-6 years down the road.
2031.
Yeah.
2032.
That's why
We started with the
Oh, yeah.
27. Absolutely.
We were over there on that side.
Yeah, we
Long time
were thinking this is never gonna happen, and
Yeah,
here we
a
are.
long time ago.
And it may be that the Cape Seal cost with a 90-10 in this may be the answer for accomplishing both. As we go forward past 28, I think it would be 28 with the school
We
area.
just have to be, if we're repairing these sidewalks, there's a reason why they got damaged, so, if it's whether trees, people parking on them,
Mhm.
that's all gotta be a factor in, whether we invest money in that, my opinion.
Good point. Mhm.
And I know Mitch and I, when we were discussing it earlier, the Hubney sub project, that's pretty large project. Hubney sub over the school in front of Liberty, we're taking out a large section of town. This is where that federal 90-10 would look good if we can identify a large section of town to say, all right, again, we're cutting out a lot of bad sidewalks with one project.
Well, that was gonna be my question. What do we have an idea of?
Southeast quadrant.
There's,
Yeah.
it doesn't take long to find that.
Yeah.
Especially with the new sidewalks on the highway, meeting those
Mhm.
with all of those side streets and development of that area.
A lot of the tree roots have really hurt those
Mhm.
over years. I mean. Yeah. Some places. They're almost a hazard with that sidewalk.
And passing, nobody in a scooter is getting on those sidewalks.
Yeah.
They're out in the street.
So it's definitely something for us to think about.
Yeah, I think we started the sidewalk crusade, 5-7 years ago or something like that, probably.
Long time.
And we've been working on this for,
At least 2016. Yeah.
This is a.
it all started with the
Before,
88,
yeah.
that's when I first came on, so. And then we kind of just started building on it, and then decided we wanted to do that subdivision, that was a long ways out, but
Mhm.
yeah, I think that I personally think it's something we should do, even though, it's a long ways down the line. I think we should just set it and get it in and yeah.
Plan for it, and we plan for post the two side
Is there a-
projects back and forth.
But I say we want to do $1 billion in sidewalks and that cost us $100,000.
Yes.
That's something we could.
Yeah, I'd recommend 1 million, 1.5 million, yeah. Or you
If
do,
If we're gonna do
You might do it right, do it all, because we're never gonna get.
We gotta get better than 90/10.
No.
Yeah. What do you think, Justin? Think that's a good 90/10?
I don't see a lot of 9-10 splits very often.
I'm saying.
About 25.
That's what I was asking you. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we don't see that, so. Yeah, that's
Definitely, that's something I think we strongly gotta consider, yeah.
so if you're interested, so if you applied in November, you wouldn't, your first, you would know about it in the spring, whether you got funded or not. And then, you wouldn't get under contract until after July of next year to start design, survey and things of that nature, so.
just means me and Mitchell have to get cracking and identifying.
I was gonna say,
a lot of side.
if you wanna go for November, we can just give me the word and we can go full board.
Yeah, I think we do it, might as well. I don't think we have anything to lose there.
We'll get together and we'll start identifying.
What do you guys think same thing?
Yeah.
So, a big deal.
We've already got funds that we've allocated in the spending plan for a matching program, so whether we carry those out this year, that's just another thing we could divert those funds to facades, to whatever else we want to do downtown or wherever. That's just dollars that we're saving in our redevelopment commission in order to fund other development, whether it's, things that downtown.
Yeah, that's something personally, as far as redevelopment commission money goes.
Alleviates those
That's
costs.
ideal, in my opinion. That is
Yeah.
like,
Bread and butter
yes,
redevelopment stuff.
I mean, this is something that could last another 50 years if we do it right.
Yeah.
Especially with us putting in all these new sidewalks and we have new streets, so yeah.
And I mean, like you said, it ties into a lot of things that we've been doing, over the last 7, 8 years. Like you said, when you just arrived on the board and the 88 plan started, that's when our old town marshal, because his wife was handicapped, the council put him in charge and, some of our, it was a little disjointed, some of our ADA ramps. Then we started projects and we have ramps that go to nowhere. Ramps that are sidewalks that are impassable. It's got a great ADA ramp, but no one's gonna go down that section of sidewalk because like you said, roots. So this could be a way for us we've already got the ADA ramps and something that, start cleaning some of this up and making it make sense in some areas.
In the reciprocation would be down the highway 39 where you don't have any ADA. So
Yeah.
They did all of 10.
Yeah.
But you put in new transitions leading that way, but you couldn't get past an alleyway on a wheelchair. So
I wonder how that works with the trees that may need to be taken out and things like that. I'm not sure if that, because that's the homeowner's tree, so that's something we're gonna have to figure out ourselves. I mean, is that something we part of our costs, maybe?
If it's in the right of way, you can take it down, but if it's outside the right of way.
Yeah.
Right of ways are pretty big.
Right.
and it may be an excavate,
It's like
remove.
yours.
Yeah.
In front of your house.
Yeah.
There was two, I think it was two, wasn't there? Big
Yeah,
ones.
silver maple, yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Up,
and they were destroying the sidewalk there, so
great shape.
it makes sense. I mean,
What street is that? Is it Cherry Street when it was redone, last year? I feel like there was a couple trees taken out there, wasn't there?
right from his house. They're right
Yeah,
next
right,
door.
yeah.
They weren't his trees, they were the neighbors, but
Yeah.
Yeah, when we widened and put
Yeah,
that all through, we had to remove them.
yeah. So I mean, that's something we have to consider,
is that how that worked? Did the town have to cover that? Okay.
Yeah, we did it in the
It's
project.
in the bid, right?
Yeah, we did it in the project.
7525.
Which is great. There, that too, because, that's. They're not, big trees like
Yeah.
that.
And what we found from homeowners, a lot of times when we have to do that, we don't really get a lot of pushback.
No.
Usually what happens is, they know the tree's an issue. It's been an issue for years, but unfortunately they just don't have the means or funds to remove it.
When we do this as well, we should try to identify, see people walking on the road a lot.
Mhm.
On these side streets. So what are the main streets in which, we see any of us, citizens in it where people are using the street to walk instead of we had a sidewalk, it would just make sense.
I've noticed it on Cherry, big difference.
Oh, yeah.
Walking dog,
Yeah.
pushing the stroller, all that, it is.
I think some of these are so bad.
Yes, that they go.
But there's, when you walk down Garden Street, there's a sidewalk
Yes.
along Garden Street, but it's, it went darn, yeah, it's exactly what I'm saying. We
Same
just
thing
put
with
that
the
on, we need to identify that. So we know, what's the most traveled areas and, where people are walking the street.
And I think there's a sense of ownership of that right away too. You've got boys out, you got kids toys out, you got somebody parking up on it where there's nothing inviting about that section of sidewalk for them to walk down. So they gotta walk around,
Well, yeah.
which it changes and you make it passable and notice those
State
things.
Street had those nice transitions, but
Yeah.
went to nowhere.
Like when they, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, George Street through there. Even on, the one where you lived, by that.
Vine Street.
Yeah, that's another one.
Vine and George.
Yeah, those are some other areas and sidewalks.
And those trees that just grow.
Yeah.
Bush.
Jones Street's got a large section that's tore up, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Kind of George and Vines get barbecue grills on the sidewalk.
Yeah, I ride my bike through there all the time and it's that exactly there where you have to take that roadway to walk around it. You've got trucks parked there, but still there's the sidewalks there, but it's not.
As the yard's a parking lot, the sidewalk's like a barbecue pit.
Yeah. Okay, anything else, Nick? I think we've covered everything.
Nope.
Got more work and everything now. Appreciate it. I don't see that. That should have went down there somewhere. I don't think yet. I'll accept it.
We can touch base tomorrow and we'll get something on the schedule for the.
Okay, we're gonna move on to gift recognition tonight. First up tonight is Mr. Scott Kuznowski. Nothing tonight. Thank you, sir. Next up would be Miss Donna Henry.
Everybody. Our next festival meeting is October 16th. And also, Christina Alexander, a member of our festival committee, has spearheaded a holiday fair. And it will be held on Sunday, November 2nd at Liberty Elementary. And it'll be your typical, I'm sure, vendors selling holiday goods and wares and that kind of
Is
thing.
that Sunday?
November 2nd.
Believe so, yeah.
Yes.
I forget the time. You remember, Eric?
It's on interwebs, I can tell you.
9 to, I don't know. And there's gonna be like soups to buy and soups to vote for your favorite one and whatever. So should be a fun day.
Except with my church, right?
I might have said the church, but I meant for the elementary.
Anything else tonight, Doc?
That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is Bill Brandt.
I got a couple of ideas, for the Mint Festival. I don't know if they'll work or not.
Don's right there.
One is like a pickleball tournament. Or a one-on-one basketball tournament. Face painting for the kids.
We have face painters, yeah.
I don't know, cause I have kids.
Yeah, those are. Okay, ideas, anything else you got for us?
Just wait to see what comes up.
Now on October 16th, you guys have that meeting here?
Yes.
What time is that meeting? 6 p.m. October 16th, they have a meeting here.
Okay.
And fall fair is noon to 4.
Fall fair is noon to 4.
Oh.
Thank you very much. Okay, Edwin is gone. That means Edwin's gone as well. Kevin Brown, anything?
Just for the fire department stuff.
Okay, we'll call when you get to that. They personally. Thank you. You're on the list for that too. Jennifer Flores.
No.
Thank you very much. Nothing. Richard Lane.
Oh, no.
Nothing to-
No, nothing.
Thank you very much. Easy, painless. Departmental representative report tonight. Andrew, are you ready?
I'm very ready.
You're up first, Clerk Treasurer.
So I provided information on our entrance conference coming up for our audit period, January 1, 2023 to December 31st, 2024. John and his crew from the State Board of Accounts have been here, working with Kara to get reports. She's already got them pulled and on his desk. So appreciative of that and her work on this. All of the forms, Form 7, the notes to the financial statements, our financial statements, the Form 9 and the Form 13 have all been submitted. And every year there, every audit, there's more and more questions on that. So I think this time it was up to 11 pages. So we're completed all that, got that over to John, and he's going through most of the reports that we provide are submitted at year end anyway. So there's a lot that they go through before we even start. So the entrance conference is tomorrow at 3 via Zoom. I will resend that link. That is something our town council president attends. The exit conference would be it's not a public meeting, it's a meeting with the State Board of Accounts. And we would do that once we conduct the audit of 23 and 24, once the examination is done. And if you look, they're looking to complete that by October 31st.
If I can,
So we're
be
hoping
here?
to wrap that up prior to,
Sorry.
3 o'clock tomorrow.
if I can be here tomorrow, I will, but was I supposed to already receive that? Because
Yeah, they sent it out last week, but I have it already. It's open on my desktop, so I'll just forward
Try to
that
send
to
it to me,
you
like,
afterwards. Yeah,
maybe even tonight. So
I was gonna
That's
try
it?
to, yeah, I understand.
I
You could even,
I got, oh, shoot. Then all of a
yeah,
sudden I got.
and have to figure it all out.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden I can't get on that. Come here.
Right, yeah, no worries there. We'll get that set up and having their computers and stuff. I think it's Teams meeting, so I don't know what we're going to use big screen. But yeah, the entrance is less formal than the exit conferences. So we'll get that all handled and continue. I think next they have us pulling payroll, pulling bills, receipts, and just to see our process and that those things that we've corrected over the last 8 years of me being here are being maintained. And now with our billing clerk and our deputy clerk here, it's those segregations of duties that they requested and requires is a lot more fluid and a lot easier having dual controls over things where one person isn't doing. So taking the money, receiving it in and taking it to the bank, we have shared hands and extra oversight on all that stuff, which makes it a lot easier for them to go through it and test the internal control strengths of our processes here. So we're looking forward to getting that wrapped up over the next 3 to 4 weeks. Let's see, I've got, after our sprinkling credit timeline has wrapped up, we've got some that were showing leaks prior to that were recently identified. So we've got a few adjustments here. We've got count 6520004. We've got a credit of $100.75 caused through a leak through the meter actually on that one. So, and that would be down to their average, which is the minimum. Similarly for account 6750003, a leak was discovered after meter reads and the leak was fixed immediately, a credit of $234.18 and bringing their total to $255.78. Account 2440024, similar, a leak discovered and repaired right away, but requests a credit $398.85, bringing the amount due to $358.89. And on account 2520003, same exact, it's like a repeat of all of these. A leak was discovered and repaired immediately. They're requesting a credit of $181.43 to bring their amount due to $222.16. So I put those adjustments to you.
Make a motion to approve the customer adjustments and funds. All in favor?
They are very appreciative of that. I've got one PO 2879. This is to Voice, and we are in the midst of our turnover to the new billing system and the Neptune meter reading system. We approved that last year. This is the keystone portion of the device file format change, a one-time setup fee, and the upgrade to the Neptune 360 for water meters. That's PO 2879 to Voice, our finance, water billing system. And the amount of $1,195.
Make a motion with appeal 2879.
Oh, okay.
I,
Must be a bill last year.
I appreciate that. Okay, let me see. So I think I've got one note in here. The audit is the main thing. I will be out Friday to Friday. Getting in some vacation time before my anniversary. Oh, and we had a request from someone local to put a message on the water billing about burning, just the details about, burning trash, burning rubbish, and just some of the I guess courtesies, but rules and restrictions around that. It's that time of year where leaves are out there, so we want to remind people to be safe, especially. I think that's all I've got.
Okay. May I have any questions? Nope. Thank you very much. I'm moving on to the school board. Doug's with us tonight. Doug, you got on action for us?
Good to see you. Career Jason myself, I guess. Everything seems to be going good. Roof project's done. Masonry project's going well. We got a generous donation from the county to fund some tools and equipment we needed for that. So we're very happy for them. We approved, we're gonna replace the track next spring. Soon as track season's over, that's all gonna be ground out, redone. About 25 years old and it's
I'm gonna
shot.
say that's the original one, isn't it?
I remember when we went from cinders to that in our area.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that in the spring. Our new robotics teacher that we got this year, he was an after school class, I believe it was.
Yeah, Bert Hagen helped put that together. With some funding, the robotics, all that, I think, but
They went to Purdue last week. They built an EV cart and we're in a competition down there and we're in the running for top 5 finish and they ended up tangling up with Lowell and bent the axle on the cart. So they were all very happy and the coaches were happy and we're happy for him. So
great.
that thing's moving on. I think he's going to be a good addition to our school programs. Cool.
Very cool.
Thanks, Alex. Do you have any questions for Doug? Nice to see you, Doug. Thank you very much. Moving on to building inspector Tony's with us tonight. How you doing, Tony? Good to see you again.
Yes, I like just thank council members for choosing me again for building department. Anyway, so far the transition's been pretty smooth. There's been a lot of changes that was done by previous inspectors before me since last time I was here. It's a lot more efficient from what I've seen. But anyway, I've only done this month just a couple permits, and I'm still transitioning. I got to speak with Joe and go over a few more things. But other than that, no, they go good.
We're looking to continue to do that too. So if you see something,
Oh yeah,
don't be afraid to throw your hand up and just say, "Hey, Joe, what do you think about this?" Because we're always trying to evolve all the positions. Like it's probably like 9 days when you were here
It is.
for everything.
it is big time. And the one thing, Kara, she gets the blunt of this job for some reason. So she comes to me with questions and stuff like that, and we've just been bouncing things back and forth off of each other, and made her job as easy as possible for her, deal with stuff that she had to answer all questions. So,
I think that I don't know, I can't speak to her, maybe Eric can, but I'm sure she's pretty thankful to have some of the.
yes.
We go back and forth.
Yeah, there's a lot of times she can.
Sometimes that's half the battle. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes that's half the battle. And I think all of us are pretty responsive to stuff, which is difficult sometimes you have
Right.
anybody on the team that's, not all going that same direction.
And that's what I've noticed, it's been 15 years probably since the last time I was here, and I've seen an incredible amount of participation throughout the entire town, and that with the new board members and stuff like that, the new positions that there are. So yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
I don't think anybody has too much ego as far as that goes. Like, there's nobody having
No.
any kingdoms here. that
Well,
we're-
nobody's beating their chest. We're all
Everybody's working together.
we all have the same goals and the same aspirations and the same vision. So just improving, right? Making things better. So
Yeah, and that was one of the reasons why I chose to do this again, was the simple fact that, yeah, I see.
nothing's ever off the table, too. That's one of the things. That's kind of my motto is, even if it seems crazy, at least let's talk about it. Let's at least put it through the test, see if it's something we can do. Whether anything we do, whether it's fire, police, So even with your position, if something seems odd, at least let's discuss it to see if, we can't make it happen if it's realistic.
In trainings too, if there's any training that I'm not sure anybody's ever done that kind of stuff. But, yeah, we budget dollars for training for all of these positions, so.
Yeah, there might be a few things. I'll look into that.
Yeah, nothing, just the thought, yep.
Yeah.
All right. Any questions for Tony? Thank you very much. We're moving on to code enforcement, I believe. That's Mr. Thomas, I believe.
Nothing super exciting. Some of the same kind of stuff. Only a few more cars out of town and sitting around, look like rubbish and flat tires and whatnot.
Sure if they were stolen or.
Yeah, not sure if they were stolen or whatever, so.
We've got to look at the timeline of the publication for the downtown property here. I think we've reached our 45 days. Justin, so we'll get with you this week, just to see what the next process is. We can show that publication, and if you do your thing, that we go in physically. I think the next step is to go in and take an inspection of it.
Yeah, the inspection warrant process after the unsafe letter's been out. Have we heard anything back on our High Street from the courts?
So we got an attorney. I've not seen a response from his attorney. I know that Andrew, you and I talked about the evaluation on the utility department or somebody else. Which is so
I think so.
Last I knew is they were asking about town utilities at that property.
Yes.
Thought there was going to be some type of offered plan of action to try to remediate things, but I've not seen an answer filed in that case.
No, they were fact finding is what it seemed like they were gathering. Yeah, I do remember that because we got you specifics on what utilities we had around there.
Yeah, but regardless, like I said, I've not seen anybody file an answer in that case, so I don't know if it's their intention to try to offer a plan of action or if their plan of action to try to contest it.
I know there's been some movement inside the house. Quite a bit since Joe and I were there with we're in there. I know there's been some action as far as inside the house. The outside, which is our biggest concern initially, the eyesore is not really, not seeing some improvement there at all, really.
It's more organized.
But it's based on, once you take one step, you see the inside, that becomes almost the more emergency factor is the safety of the structure itself.
Yeah.
So
onto the different one, when I send out the letter to Artie Banks and Harry Tolson and those guys, seen a lot of rapid movement right away. And that's slowed to a dull roar, and then Harry's been moving a bunch of junk from here to here kind of thing. And I talked to him yesterday, Sunday, talked to him Sunday. And he's like, I don't want to put this stuff. He's like, Harry, you put it at your house. I don't have a house, because he lives outside of town. Take it to your house. Take it out of town. We talked about this stuff. Well, she don't want it in her yard. Having these conversations becomes very difficult. But the Main Street house down by the railroad tracks, that's been all cleaned up because he's got that one sold or whatever. Cleaned a bunch of the riffraff out of Palmer there next to the Irish pub. But then he's added some stuff to Bradley Street. His brother's that. So it's just a continuous project there. But anyway, that's that.
I'll have if there's not been an answer filed in the High Street case. Normally they would have set it for a hearing date by now. Since an attorney entered his appearance, they were probably giving him the latitude to file a response. So that's not been done. I'll have my staff call up to circuit court and just ask them if they plan on setting it for a court date. Yeah, I was actually in there today on an unsafe hearing for the city of Knox. And it took us a while to get a court date for that one as well, and that was just status. So could just be that they're jammed up, but we'll call and see where it's at, because like I said, normally they've assigned a court date by now. So
Okay. Thank you very much. We're moving on to unsafe. Anything with unsafe that ties anything?
Just wrapped it up.
Pretty much tie that together. Okay. And then BZA Planning Commission.
Not much there. We got a letter about proposed development in on a piece of property, but the letter stated that they purchased it from one owner to the next, but there was no petition for variance of a permit from, the property single family, and they wanted to put a commercial building or a bigger structure, then they would need a variance from development standards for that piece of property, or variance from zoning. So we haven't gotten that yet. There have been discussions in the background, so we wait to receive that before we schedule anything with the BZA.
Seen quite enough around the corner there, but across from the point. That piece of property looks like he's.
Yeah, some painting and some.
Pavement.
Yeah, parking lot. Yeah, it's good.
Things, there's even a vehicle parked there back to it's gonna be for sale or something.
Yeah.
It's like an old police vehicle or something.
Yep.
There's a guy that came in the senior center that supposedly owns that.
Yeah.
He's gonna turn that into a car lot.
Yeah. We spoke with him here. I don't know.
We did. It was
About
granted.
a year.
Yeah, with the, coverage of the property.
Good. Thank you. Ready to go. Okay, let's see. Redevelopment Commission?
I would say with the trail grant coming up, we may want to schedule something. If we get a half an hour with the steering committee for the comp plan, and maybe 15 minutes with the RDC, I'm assuming we'll have work done by Troy at that time, and maybe there's an update we could provide on that.
Yeah, I mean, our Indiana Trails Program grant is it's been submitted. The DNR reached back out to us. They have our submission. They're in the process of reviewing it right now, so it's in their hands. Fingers crossed. Should know something shortly.
We have it on the 20th. Josh has it on the calendar.
Yeah, I think we scheduled that at the last meeting just to set it ahead of time. But even if we need it, we can figure that out next week, and either bump the if we did 5:30 to 6 with the steering committee, if we needed 5:45 to 6:15, if we don't have to have the RDC, but the earliest we would get started would be 5:30 if necessary for the steering committee.
Okay, you'll let us know.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you very much. Moving on to park. Anything with the park, Joe?
Nothing, just that the DNR's got a plan application, and that's not all we've got so far. Haven't heard anything from any park.
How long were we thinking that would be?
We should know something in a few weeks.
That's just for that
Yeah, the trail.
Yeah, we did that last meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, police, again, Mr. Thomas.
This is the first meeting that we have all 4 people in place. So that's been very nice. Cutting back on the overtime and all that kind of stuff. Luckily I got that car fat.
Okay, no more back away for a while.
You're gonna get pulled over. Yeah, right. So that's good news. With the academy date just came out for David. And we were really hoping to push him, like almost a whole year.
Yeah.
So that we could just ride this 4-person thing for as long as we could.
These breaks.
But unfortunately, the 3 classes next year, the latest class, we just missed the cutoff. And he would be late to do that one. So that doesn't work. The second one takes us into Mid Festival. But we really don't want him gone for that. And we struggle enough as that is. So this puts us to January. So he will start academy January through March. So we'll have a couple of months to relax, so to speak, until we do that again for 12 weeks. 12 weeks.
How long is that? 12 weeks?
Yeah.
A mother of 16, right?
Yeah.
So is that good for a year, is one?
The thing he's on now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a 1 year,
July,
one year
got
okay. But he doesn't graduate until October 2nd.
So he would.
That's the cutoff. Yeah. So
About 4 weeks
yeah.
off.
So unfortunately, yeah. I think we're gonna go with the January. I don't want to do the one that messes with Mint Festival. This is pretty new information, so right now we're looking at January, just to be safe, so.
Yeah.
Couple purchase orders. First one was for HWC, that's our IT. Did some work at the police department to get some of the stuff up to speed with this. All having all the 4 officers and that, the purchase order 2871 for $675. The next purchase order is for tires that are due on one of these Durangos. That's purchase order 2872 to Tony's Tire and Service. Those police rated tires, the total for that is $1,174.44. That's for mounting, balance, and road ready. And then the third purchase order, which is probably the record for the police department one time. 2870 to Winnemac Chrysler Dodge. Keep these Durangos on the road, out of warranty, AC work, $1,359.15.
Make a motion, to pay PO 2870, 2871, and 2872.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any 22 had the AC issue, huh?
Well, no AC is not.
Not
Been a good vehicle.
all the computers running and black computer and
Yeah, I have it.
yeah.
It's 95 degrees in October. Okay, got anything else tonight?
Not, I think we just put it on, I'll just put it on the table, work with Joe. I know we have, money in the budget for some stuff, but like, for example, this with the computers in the car, like those computers that were bought to run those, in those squad cars were not these computers. They're not rated for the heat that we have to deal with in those cars. Especially when it wasn't working. So it's time to upgrade those to the kind of computers that are supposed to be in police cars, which are kind of like the old rugged tough notebooks or whatever they're called. So I'll be working with Joe here pretty soon to make sure we get some of that stuff taken care of. But
We have that in the budget, any of that in the budget for this year or next year. We do.
It'll probably end up being piecemeal here.
Okay, well, that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say, is it?
Yeah.
Can we do that though? With the system, they all work together. Can you do 2 at a time or maybe all of them or?
yeah, I mean, obviously you get a better deal if you buy 4 of those too.
Sure.
But I mean, I don't know if that's worthy of that kind of issue. But yeah, I mean, you could do them one at a time or whatever, for sure. Yeah. That's all I got.
Okay, anybody have any questions for Frank? No, thank you very much, Frank. Moving on now, is Mr. Brown, Fire Department.
Only thing we really got going on is we're still moving forward with the Wayne Township projects that we had going on. And then Valparaiso Fire Department donated us an engine. So we currently have an engine, it's a 4-man cab. We're still trying to make plans that kind of just fell in our lap. If we can figure out how to make it work with what we have going on or what we want to do with it, or if we just want to sell it and take that money and move it towards building a plan towards the future of different trucks.
Just give it to us.
Just gave it to us.
So yeah, by resolution, you got the title. Yeah.
We already have it.
Yeah. What's the
Ed?
2001
It-
Academy.
It looks just like our other engine.
How's it run?
Just newer.
Yep. If anybody's interested in it, I'll be bringing it up to our work call next Thursday, the 16th, and dropping it off, because nobody's really had a chance to kind of take a look at it. So it's just kind of been sitting
Oh, yeah,
in storage.
Yeah, good.
Huh?
They upgraded, got a new one or what?
Yeah, it was one of theirs, and it's been sitting for 5 years, and then they kind of just said, we don't want to see it no more.
They get the list though, all.
we have members on the department and kind of just pass through like,
Yeah, Lewis Matsat, he's on a department, he's a lieutenant for Valparaiso Fire.
Just make sure if they have anything else they want to give away to keep us in mind.
Yeah.
it's kind of what we were telling them, like,
We're always open to that.
Anybody on the police department?
Probably in that area.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We got it over to Megan. We got the information over to Megan to get it insured, whether it's in a shop or in our
Does this,
facilities, it's covered.
this help us anyway towards what we were trying to accomplish?
so it is building towards it, depending on how we utilize it and where it would fall into place, we could downsize into different trucks and move some stuff around. Hopefully taking that money, building towards paying off what we already have and possibly building towards getting our next new truck. So it'll kind of see how we can squeeze it into the lineup.
How does that fit in the fire?
Right now, it's not.
I was gonna say, there's no way, I mean.
No, right now it's sitting at my house
Okay, and
because we got to get some. We were gonna buff it out and stuff because they just had it sitting outside.
decals, things.
Yeah, so I was gonna pull all that off and buff it up and stuff
Yeah,
like
right.
that if
So-
we sell it or anything. But
Right, yeah, okay, I'm just curious. Okay, sounds great, hey, glad we'll take anything that works and free and, you know,
Newer.
Yeah.
great, very good, nothing else tonight, Kevin?
I think
Any questions? Yeah, Mr. Randall, go ahead.
I think something came up, something I did when I was volunteer fireman, we probably, if we were working into the Mick Festival, we used to call it hose ball. They have, fire department now, they get that ball hanging up on those wires. Have a grudge match with Sam Pier or Knox,
Yeah,
or a three-man team try to, it's sort of like a tug of war, except they use water.
Why
That-
did we quit doing that?
Nobody showed up, right?
We did water ball for probably about 40 years as a Met Fest event and did away with it because lack of participation. The last few years we had nobody show up. So
Well, one reason for that is because it used to be right here on Main
There.
Street. Before the new fire park was built, and now it would have to be down there, you know, and so that's a little bit removed from the festival activities. So that's one reason probably that attendance or participation is dropped.
we had seen it even when it was down there, it was starting to wane a little bit.
And I think a lot of the attendance that you're talking about is actual departments from
Yeah.
other areas that used to
Yeah.
come.
yeah,
We're not.
we don't have.
Yeah.
There's no travel
Yeah.
waterfall leagues
Yeah.
anymore.
The folks that we were getting were kids walking by and signing up 2 or 3 here or there, and that was.
Well, it's an idea.
thanks, Bill. Okay, moving on. Utilities is up, yep,
Everybody should have received their report and trying to get the town's dump pushback. The oxidation ditch is back up and running. Back to pulling our lift station pumps. We had a little break and we've had to pull one of them 3 times last week. Did some maintenance on some equipment. Have a few POs. PO 2869 to Spina Enterprise for oxidation ditch motor for $7,137.11. PO 2873 to USA Blue Book for replacement stir and lab supplies for $645.84. PO 2874 to utility supply for meters, pits, and meter locator for $8,667.12. PO 2875 to Amazon for bulbs, weed eater heads, chains, and boots for $545.35. And PO 2876 to BL Anderson for water and wastewater SCADA updates for $9,881.66.
You're not cheap, aren't
Nope.
you?
Make motion, we pay PO 2869, 2873, 2874, 2875, and 2876.
I second it.
all in favor?
Right.
Bill Schreck. Dorothy. Any questions for Kim? Joe, anything else we were talking about earlier or something? I don't remember that.
I think so.
Got no one else. Okay, thank you very much, Kim. Moving on to you, Joe.
All right, checked a lot of my boxes already. Yeah. I've been working on a end of the year in dot stuff, trying to get our reimbursements back. So I'm gonna continue to do that. I know the gals up in the front office, they wanted me to bring up, they've been doing a little research for the Christmas party for this year. And then the two places that have come up was Christo's and the Beachside Tavern, which is in Bath Lake. It's the old short club. They're leaning towards the Beachside Tavern. That would be their preferred spot. And wanted to run it by the council and see what your guys' ideas were.
Does anybody have any history of that place yet?
I was just there.
What was it?
I think the food is mediocre. The atmosphere is okay. It's nice. I think it's gonna be better than Christo's if somebody wants to have a drink, you know what I mean? Especially for a party,
sure.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Socialize, engage.
they checked into it. There is room big enough for our group.
Pricing similar to.
Pricing is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, pricing is the same as Christo's. They can set us up our own menu with 2 entrees and sides and everything. So
I would agree with what she said. The atmosphere was great. Waitresses were wonderful. Place looks exactly kind of like you did when I first found it. I just didn't have a good experience with food, but
Yeah.
other than that, it was good. How was yours?
But see,
Yeah.
it could be, and how long has it been that? How long has it been? I was there in July.
I was there
Yeah.
early September.
Yeah. It's yeah, you gotta have a good cook. It's all
Yeah.
on the cook and their menu, you know.
I ordered wrong. So admittedly, I ordered wrong. So
Yeah, okay, there's a caveat there then, yeah. Fair enough.
I can't say I ordered wrong. I can't go down there. I think what I ordered is wrong. But
Yeah, we can weigh those two and come back in October. Is that
Yeah.
true? That's not too late, is it? 20th October, it gives us about a month and a half, 2 months.
Yes. Or you can just have the girls.
Yeah.
They can just text or call and they can see what everybody's ideas are and just kind of move from there.
Yeah.
sound good.
They're good.
Cool. Have you been there?
I have not.
Right.
Yet, so.
Yeah.
And then I just have 2 purchase
Okay.
First order 2877 to USI for our pavement asset management program and our Hubney sidewalk, Hubney sub sidewalk project for $5,463.96. And purchase order 2878 to Town and Country. It finishes up our large CCNG project from this year for $9,034.85.
Make a motion to pay PO 2877 and 2878.
All in favor? Anybody else have any questions for Joe tonight? You got off easy again. Oh, nothing. Okay, Mr. Schramm's here with us tonight. Any legal updates?
I think aside from what we were talked about, nothing really, unless you guys have any questions for me. I missed the first 8 or so minutes. Commissioners tend to go a little long that first meeting.
It's no problem. Your pay reflects.
We're holding it against you.
Yeah.
We're making mental note.
Andrew always makes a deduction out of my retainer.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything beyond the unsafe stuff we've been discussing so far. Yeah.
That's the big stuff.
Yep.
And just let me know if you people who send those letters out to the clips are 45 days. Always, if they allow you access into their property, then great. If they don't have to get to that anymore, but
Yeah.
I know, which is
Yeah. And this is the front of a facade.
Yeah,
If
and
you want to go take a look at that pretty easy.
Yeah, we can see it from the street. It's just the problem of the property owner's just not responding to anything, not responding to the certified letter, not, so that's why we're having to take this next step.
Yep.
Run it in the newspaper and takes even longer now. So
the last few warrants we've done, there's been no hearing or anything involved. Judge just granted it, so seems to be we can get those turned around pretty quick. If some of the property's a little questionable, it may make a difference.
It's the groundwork, right? It's laying the groundwork and it's the documentation. Nobody wants to do these things for nothing. That's the last thing.
It's the enforcement that, you got to take in court that takes as long as you guys have seen, especially when we get attorneys involved.
Yeah.
We're notoriously good at delaying the process, so.
No.
Yeah, I know.
continuations and, resets and. Thank you, Justin.
Okay, yep, thank you, Justin. We're moving on to additional business deemed necessary by the council. Josh Brown, you have anything tonight? Linda Banks, you have anything tonight? Eric Lewandowski?
Just a couple quick things. Crystal Street and Silver Street, kind of over by the Legion. NIPSCO like did something like a gas line or something on our road. They took a huge chunk out of our road.
I've seen that over.
So,
I don't need to get on them to fix
We've
it.
got some contacts. We can reach out. I know the last time we reached out, within a few days, they were back here. It's the alley. If you look at those, they were right here. So you Surf Wireless, Surf Internet got off easy because NIPSCO did both of those patches. And it was Surf that originally dug it up and, NIPSCO paid it all. So, they responded pretty quickly too.
That one appears to be a gas.
I think it's a NIPSCO gas line, and then
Yeah,
it's like they were.
we ran the line for 502 Crystal.
Yeah, the person that pointed it out to me said NIPSCO did it. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I drove by when he found it that day and he was pretty upset. He threw your name out there. You know, I gotta get hold of you.
Yeah, he did too. And just one more is I had another questions about the duplexes across from Family Express and how it's no progress and now it's like overgrown and crazy. I think it's just something we should keep our eye on.
Yeah.
Because it does look pretty rough now.
Yeah. As it grows up, we don't want it to sit like that for the rest of the year.
I know, and if they're working out there, I'm total sympathy. Heck yeah, let's get it done. But it's just like, feels like it's been in the same spot. for 6 months.
Yeah.
So something I think we should keep our eye on. That's all.
Maybe like the patio, look at that way.
Yeah.
We'll connect with you. Tony, go connect with you on that, Mr. Benson. To see when that permit was issued.
Yeah,
and
it's on my desk.
All that comfort. Oh, okay, got it. Good deal.
Hey, Mr. Wimberger, you're last up tonight.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
I see. Yeah.
You too.
I don't have anything either, so we're gonna get out of here. Payment of claims. Looks like, I didn't write it down, so it is the dates of September 16th, 2025 through October 6th, 2025, in the amount of $343,547.90.
Make a motion. Please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Doug,